Season 3 discussion. It was a fantastic Season 2. Yes, I agree. I really enjoyed the content we got for Season 2. As far as, the whole thing, we got a couple operations, we got a new weapon, we got some great cosmetics, new difficulty, and I'm missing something, but at least I think I'm missing something. We got operations, cosmetics, new weapon, new difficulty. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much everything. Here's the thing. With the next season, we are getting new PvP arenas, we're getting a new enemy, new prestige ranks, Battle Barge expansion. I don't know if we've ever seen them talk about that. Also, apparently, we're also still getting new operations in Season 3, so I kind of just wanted to relay the question to you guys exactly what you are expecting for Season 3, what we are going to need for Season 3. And do you think Season 3 is going to take a step up from Season 2? Like, basically every season should be adding something very important. And then Season 4, we get Horde mode. So we are going to, take a step back here. The year's wrapping up. So let's just slow down a bit and really theorize what we're going to need in Season 3 for this game to continue taking steps forward. But yeah, so are you looking forward to PvP enhancements next season? Raven Guard, Beaky Helm, and Salamander Sniper. We're getting the Beaky Helm next season? Hey, let's go. But yeah, let me know in the comments how excited you are for Season 3. I gotta say, I've been jonesing for some PvP, but I want to grind to get the Neo Volkai pistol, you know what I mean? But it's just like, dude, I've been playing so many operations recently, it's so hard to just, grind for PvP. Seeing that even if you win with a good score, it still takes a while to level up. Like, you need like 20 wins just to get like one level, and then it goes up to 28 now. It's insane. It's insane. But I heard the Neo Volkai pistol's okay in PvP, so I haven't really, wanted to grind that heavy for it. But hey, if we get new PvP arenas, a new PvP game mode, I'm definitely there. And then not only that, we're getting a new PvE enemy, we're getting prestige ranks, and a new mission for Season 3. So we're getting a lot. We're getting a lot next season that I don't think people are really prepared for. But yeah, let me know in the comments how you guys are, are thinking about Season 3, like exactly what you're expecting, exactly what you want for Season 3. And yeah, let's go into some community comments here. So people are talking about Saber's previous game on how they would apply prestige ranks. Apparently, prestige rank unlocked additional perks in exchange for having to re-level up the class in question. I imagine it'll be a similar system. So that would honestly be pretty cool if you actually get like a unique prestige perk for prestiging your rank. I'd be so down for that. That's probably the best way they can implement that. Otherwise, I'm not too sure. Let me know if you have any ideas on exactly what we should expect from prestige ranks. But I do think prestige ranks, adding a unique perk would be the best way about this, especially since they already did it in one of their previous games. It seems like that's probably the best bet. And then not only that, we're also getting some perk reworks. So, dude, honestly, this year is going to be a big year for Space Marines too, because we're getting a lot of the content that we definitely should have, like, you should say that we should have had at launch, but nowadays, you never know, like, you never know how the game could have shaped up if it came out on launch with all of this stuff. Maybe it would have been more buggier, but regardless, no need to really, get mad over what we've already had. I don't really know, but yeah, no reason to get worked up about what we could have had at launch, and there's more reasons to be excited on what we are going to get because they likely needed to work on this stuff. So yeah, prestige rank perks would definitely be something I'd be excited for sure. Having played a lot of PvP, biggest changes I want are increased on time before you can slam with the assault jetpack. I 100% agree with this. The assault class is kind of hard to it's kind of hard to approach because of that. Did they spam the 3 slams already? Okay, mow them down. But then you essentially, if you don't have a sniper or any sort of nice, any sort of high fire rate, like quick, hit scan, anything that can kind of hit hard, hit scan is definitely good for assault. But yeah, some classes just need to sit there and wait for him to jump up and down, and that that's kind of hard to interact with, and I definitely think they should change something about it. Cooldown would probably be the best bet there. Myself and many others abuse the fact you can go up and down 3 times fast and will usually kill whomever you're attacking. I don't like it, but everyone else does it, so whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Last time I played PvP, I'm using, the heavy bolt rifle and the sniper. I was also using some assault as well. So I'm actually not, I'm not running into this to the point where it's like hitting me out of games. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not absolutely killing my enjoyment of PvP since I play classes that are kind of good for it. That said, dude, there's that, like, bulwarks, for example, probably have a tough time with this. Heavies, if they're not using, well, the Melta can shred the assault as soon as you land, so there's that. But, like, yeah, the plasma weapons have a hard time dealing with assaults. Remove or reduce blind from stun grenades, otherwise make it so you blind yourself. I also use these because everyone else does. They shouldn't be an auto fight winner. Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, shock grenades has been something, we've been discussing shock grenades when PvP was coming out, is if they actually need nerfs or whatever. I do think the blinding effect could be cut in half, and it'll still be just as strong. The damage is fine, the slowdowns are fine. It's just like, there's just so much going on with that grenade. I would be happy if they cut down the blind effect. That's something I would accept. Increase on power sword damage, playing bulwark kind of sucks. Oof. I'm not too sure this person knows how strong the power sword is in PvP, but everything else he said is correct. But no, do not buff the... If you buff the bulwark in PvP, you're going to have a lot of frustrated players, for sure. Bulwark, if you play him right, is in a perfect spot. No, power sword damage does not need a buff in PvP. That is not a good suggestion. Everything else was a good suggestion, though, for sure. Horde mode seems pretty distant for how invigorating it will be to the game. I kind of hope they shift priorities around and get that out sooner. In a sense, I agree, because obviously I want to play Horde mode as soon as possible. But I'm glad that PvP is kind of getting its shine, because frankly, PvP hasn't had any sort of updates. So I'm actually pretty excited for PvP to actually get an update, and then, Horde mode comes in and just shuts down every other mode because it's going to be a great mode and everyone's going to be playing it. So, I understand, but at the same time, no, let PvP kind of have its moment, and then, Horde mode will be waiting for us. And then we have something to look forward to, Again, there's like I don't know about a handful, but there's definitely a few players who are just absolutely not interested in PvP. And I understand if you have maybe like a few bad moments in PvP. I understand, kind of distancing yourself from it, but if you haven't tried it at all, you should, because it's very, like, it's kind of laid back. PvP in this game is really fun to just, like, kind of, just run some PvP games, get in some battles, and, just enjoy your time playing Space Marines 2 in a less sweaty environment. Now, that being said, PvP can get pretty sweaty. But most of it comes down to, like, snipers headshotting you or something. Like, if you play with your team, you're basically interacting with the meta of the PvP. So just play what you want, play with your team, and yeah, you should have a good time in PvP. And I understand sometimes there can be steamrolls and stuff, but ultimately you're still getting experience and coins pretty fast. And I don't know, I just think you should try it out. But that being said, if you had a bad time with it, I understand distancing yourself from it. Unfortunately, the season model in this game feels not great to me. It feels like a roadmap to the state of the game probably should have launched in. I understand, but I just think that's a lot easier said than done. I imagine there's some things that could have been launched in the game, like maybe cosmetics, sure. But some of this stuff definitely needs to be ironed out, like prestige ranks, perk reworks. Like, yeah, the fact that even some of these perks are in the game at the moment just feel kind of useless. That says all it needs to say when it comes to what the game should have been launched in. The game was launched in a stable state, and I can imagine if they went for Horde mode or anything too much, like, the game could have, honestly, could have taken another year of development, which, some people just aren't. I'd rather have the game and then, have stuff to look forward to, because, yeah, the game is actually in a really good spot right now. I just, it's kind of crazy. Some people just aren't patient at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially nowadays where it just feels like everything's just immediately handed to players, and it's, people can pay for whatever they want. Like, if Horde mode is going to be a free update, people really just need to appreciate that. You know what I mean? That's that's a full other mode that's also going to be, you know, following another free update where we get free modes and free operations. So it's, people just need to slow down a little bit. But yeah, I understand the sentiment. Like, I want to play more modes in this game as well. But right now, I'm just enjoying my time leveling up classes that I haven't played yet, leveling up weapons, trying them out. And then, yeah, next season, we're getting new PvP stuff. So I'm super excited for what is to come with this game. The game, this year for Space Marines 2 is going to be big. This game is getting essentially like two huge updates that we see on the roadmap, and then I've heard that we're basically, you know, getting content up until season 9. So I don't know. It's something I think people just need to calm down and just appreciate for a bit. Yeah, nowadays it just, you know, nowadays with Fortnite kids, it just feels like everything's just handed to players now. And honestly, this game's getting better updates than most other games that we've seen. So I really don't understand the sentiment of like this game being in a bad spot, because there are games right now that have been out longer than Space Marines 2 and only had one update, and we're getting multiple updates with multiple content drops. I don't know. I just think that's a lot to appreciate. But yeah, no, I'm not like, you know, I am being patient for this. The PvP update is enough for me to be, you know, that's enough for me to get like hold off on. You know, it's enough to hold me off until Horde mode. The PvP updates, we're getting a new operation, we're getting a new enemy. There's a lot to look forward to. I don't know if I have the interest to screw around in operations until they drop another map, and even then, that's like a week of interest. Yep, that's why you need to try PvPs. I understand people avoiding PvP if they had a bad experience, but it's like something that you just need to try out again. Don't be afraid to just play other players sometimes. Like, there's a lot of goofballs in PvP that are just trying to have fun, you know, so. But yeah, naturally, the assault jumping up and down thing is probably going to be patched. And then I can see, you know, the shock grenade being a little bit patched. So, yeah, honestly, if you don't have any interest to screw around in operations, nothing, you know, there's nothing wrong with going to play another game and then coming back for the updates. But, you know, just, it's kind of weird to be reluctant about playing PvP just for the main fact of playing with another player. That just feels odd to me, to be personally honest. But yeah, I mean, you know, of course, I'm patiently waiting for Horde mode as well. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited. These next 2 seasons are huge content drops that I think are going to overshadow the seasons that we just had, you know, pretty clearly. A Salamander Sniper champion makes no sense due to the Salamander specializing in close quarters combat. I mean, well, it at least makes sense with half of the sniper's kit. The carbine and then the combat knife, yeah, that's pretty much, I don't know, maybe half is being a little bit more too generous, but regardless, even if you're using the sniper, you can still have a close range combat kit. This just tells me they may possibly end up butchering future champion skins for some of the other chapters. Dude, Jesus. The champion skins are going to come out really well. I've really enjoyed the champion skins so far, but I do understand, I definitely now more than ever understand why people get annoyed by certain factions being with certain classes and stuff. I mean, if anything, I've seen some pretty cool Dark Angel snipers as well. But yeah, I mean, I guess the Salamander should have been the Vanguard. I can completely agree with that. But we don't know what they have in store for the other champion skins, so possibly maybe the other champion skins fit more with the other classes. But no, I feel like this is a fair point. That being said, the Salamander Sniper is probably going to look very, very cool, and I'm super excited for it. Dude, yeah, I'm definitely excited for what we have in store for the game. Let me know in the comments of any concerns or, you know, what you're excited for. Positivity, negativity, just don't let it get to your head. I guess on both fronts. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for what's to come. Next update, PvP update, PvE operations, new enemies, probably, you know, some really nice perk reworks, and then Season 4's Horde mode, which the closer we get to that, the more we will talk about it. But for now, I just wanted to relay my excitement and my optimism of how much better this game's going to be in Season 3, and then also the game's going to be much better in Season 4. It's just going to continuously take steps up, and I think this is the year of Space Marines 2. that said, we're probably going to get some other good games this year, but I just think Space Marines 2 is the updates we're going to get, or the updates we're going to have, is just going to put the game on another level, similar to Darktide. I mean, you guys got to keep in mind, Space Marines 2 released in a better state than Darktide did, but Darktide right now is in a really good spot also. So, you know, just have some, you know, just be a little bit, nothing hurts to be optimistic. You know what I mean? And just, you know, just appreciate that we're getting some more content in the game we all want to play, because I have seen a few comments saying, yeah, I can't wait for Horde mode and yada yada and all that, but it's like, dude, we are in a good spot in the game right now. We're getting, we're definitely going to be getting some great new content, and like other games are already finished with their new content. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm super excited for what's to come for this game. We have what, like a little less than half of the seasons we are getting have, like, they already confirmed their content. So we have a full other half of a roadmap that we don't even know what's in it yet. Just keep all this stuff in mind. Keep all this stuff in mind. There's really no use to be negative at this point in the game cycle when we're getting all this cool stuff. Now, if like Horde mode or the new modes come out and they're just not good, then there's place for criticism. But right now, I think we're in a great spot. I'm very optimistic on how much better this game's going to be this year. I'm super excited. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are too. Again, let me know in the comments what you're excited for the new for season 3. Just let me know what you kind of have in mind for prestige ranks or prestige perks. Yeah, regardless, thanks for watching.